Hey guys, Todd from ASAP Fitness, and today I have a low back hack for you guys. This video could help someone that maybe sits more than 50% throughout the day, has little aches and pains in the lower back when warming up deadlifts or back squats, or someone that's coming back from a low back injury. In this video, I'm going to go over a warm-up they could do prior to your workout or your lift they're going to be doing for the day, plus a daily remedy they could do in the morning or at night to help with rehab for lower back pain. But first, I'm going to go over some of the causes of this issue. Odds are the causes of low back pain is due to poor posture, lack of core strength, and bad movement patterns. Odds are if you have one of these, you probably have the other two also. But bad posture is mostly caused by sitting a lot throughout the day. If we're constantly sitting, our back's probably rounded, our pelvis is not set up in a good position, and we're in this position long enough, it's really hard to get out of this position. If we try to lift in this position, we're going to set ourselves up for failure or have a higher risk for injury. Core strength is another one. So if we're sitting a lot throughout the day, our core is going to be disengaged or not turned on, which is going to cause us to have weaker abs and weaker erectors, so that when we do lift, we're not able to stabilize our lower back with the strong enough core. So definitely core strength is an issue. Then the last one is movement patterns. So if you're not able to hinge at your hip properly, odds are you're going to have a little bit of flexion in your back when trying to pick something up off the ground or squatting, which over time is going to cause some aches and pains and eventually maybe cause an injury. So definitely the causes are very important to think about. Always think about correcting your posture, working on core strength, and your movement patterns. The warm-up I have today is going to help with all three of those issues. We're going to start the warm-up with some soft tissue work. Okay. Next thing, we'll get into some joint mobility or stretching. And then the last thing is going to be our activation warm-up. The activation warm-up, we're going to do 20 single leg RDLs, 30-second hollow hold, and then a 100-meter carry. So you do yoke carry, or farmer carry, or front rack carry, a single arm carry. You can switch it up as much as you like, but we're going to do that for 3 rounds. So let's get into that. I'll demo the movements and show you the warm-up. All right, guys, so let's get into our soft tissue work. All right, first we'll need a cross ball and a long, thin band. Okay, we're going to start by laying on our back. Try to position the ball on your outside of your spine on one side and above your hip. Okay, you're going to try to wrap the band around your foot and then position that ball in that position. Try to get some tension into the band. Okay, try to find that tender spot in your back, and then from here you're just going to try to extend your leg all the way down to the ground and then come back up. Okay, we'll go 5 reps. After 5 reps, we'll go ahead and switch the spot, maybe go a little bit lower, a little bit higher, and go 5 more reps. Okay, you want to focus on keeping tension in the band and trying to find that spot that's tender in your lower back. Okay, it's going to release a lot of tension in your lower back. Okay, try to hit both sides for 10 reps. After we do our joint or our soft tissue work, we're going to do our joint stretch or mobility. Today we're going to do a stretch for our hips. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to get down on all fours. We're going to get one leg back, bring our other leg in front as you bring your knee back forward. So you want your shin across your body as much as possible. We're going to get our hands in front of our knees as much as possible so our weight's on our knee. From here, I'm going to shift my hips to my right because my right leg's in front, and I'm going to shift my hips back. Okay, you should feel a good stretch in your glute on your front leg, and we'll kind of hang out here for about a minute each side. Okay, once you hit a minute each side, the next thing we'll get into is our warm-up. Okay, so the warm-up, I'm going to go ahead and demo all the movements that we have, and then we'll go for 3 rounds. All right, guys, so let's get to our first movement of our warm-up. The first movement is going to be our single leg RDL. This is going to help with our movement patterns. Okay, this is going to help us try to focus on keeping our stomach engaged as we hinge at our hip, and really try to focus on not flexing your back. Okay, we're going to alternate each rep. We're going to do 10 each side, 20 total. Try to make sure that you keep your stomach tight, your leg as straight as possible, Don't worry about the depth of the single leg RDL. The goal is to get to your foot, but it's more important to stay in good position. It is to stay in a good position. So, for example, it's going to look like this. You're going to start with one leg, keep your stomach tight, then hinge at your hip, get down as low as you can, come back up. Okay? Go switch, hit the other side, come back up. You're going to feel a good stretch in your back of your leg. Okay? If you don't feel this in that area, odds are we're going to be feeling it where we don't want to feel it in our back. Okay? So really focus, keep your stomach tight and just hinging at your hip. Okay? The next thing we'll get into is a hollow hold. For hollow holds, we want to try to focus on pressing our lower back into the ground, really lifting our upper back and our legs off the ground as much as possible. Okay, we want to be nice and solid in a good hollow position. Okay, so it's going to look like this. You're going to lay on your back. Start by lifting your shoulders off the ground. Once you're in this position, try to just lift your legs up about a foot off the ground. Point your toes forward, keep your legs as tight as possible, and we're going to hold this position for 30 seconds. To make it a little bit harder, you can reach above your head and hold that for 30 seconds. But if you're not able to stay in this position, just keep your hands at your side, and it's plenty hard enough. Alright guys, so last move that we have for our warm-up is our carry. So for 100 meters, you can do a yoke carry, farmer carry, front rack carry, or overhead carry. I like the yoke carry the best, just for the fact that it's going to correct poor posture, because when you put a load on your back, you automatically can get in a good position to kind of make it easier for yourself. Okay, so once we pick up the yoke, we're going to automatically get into a good stiffness in our stomach, and then try to lift up our chest to get in a good natural neutral spine position. Okay, if you don't have a yoke, you do the same thing with the farmer carry or a front rack carry. Or if you want to work on some shoulder stability, you could do some overhead carries instead. Okay, give this warm up a shot. Go for 3 rounds. It's going to be really good to help with the workout that you're going to get into, or the movement that you're going to be working on for the day. Okay, so the last thing we'll go over is our daily remedies. So let's get into that real quick. All right, guys. Now we're done with our warm up. Now we'll get into our daily remedy. This could be something you do in the morning or at night. It's really good for prehab or rehab from low back pain. What are we going to do? We're going to start with some hip stretch. You can do the one that we demoed today, or you can switch it up if you'd like. 20 cat cows. So a cat cow, you're going to get on all fours. You're going to start with full extension in your back. You're going to try to lift up your head as high as possible, lift your back up or your butt up as high as possible. Get a lot of extension in your lower back. Then we'll go into flexion, so you're going to try to round your back as much as possible, and we'll go through that for 20 reps. After we get done with 20 reps of the cat cows, we'll get into Tabata, so 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, bird dogs. Okay, so bird dog, you're going to be on all fours. You're going to start with your hands and both knees on the ground, and then you're going to alternate, bringing one hand and the opposite foot, the hand forward, opposite foot back as far as you can. Hold it for 1 to 2 seconds in good position, so you try to keep your stomach engaged, and then bring it back to where it started, and then alternate to the other side. Okay, we'll continue that for 20 seconds, rest 10, and you do that for 8 rounds or 4 minutes. This daily remedy should probably only take around 6 to 10 minutes each time, so it's definitely something that we have time for. So if you do have some low back pain, give this a shot and see if it helps. If you do have more questions, please comment below. If you like our information, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you soon.